This is Anna here at Artreach, and I am going to give you some instructions to make an accordion book like this. We will have a kit put together with the materials that you need here at Artreach, and I'm also working with a couple of teaching artists up in the Twin Cities who will be putting kits together, but you may have a lot of these materials at home. So what you will need is you will need 2 covers. We are using a heavy cardboard that we already have pre-cut, but if you're looking for supplies at home, it's what's going to be the back support piece of a notepad, a sketchbook, things like that. So you may have some of this cardboard sitting around at home. You can also use corrugated cardboard, you know, like what your Amazon deliveries are coming in, or heavy cardstock, but your results are going to be a little bit different. But totally feel free to play around with the materials that you have around. So our pieces are cut to be 4.5 inches by about 5 3/4 inches. You can make these any size that you want. I've seen much smaller little cute ones and bigger ones. Then you will need a piece of paper that is going to be your accordion to go inside the book. So this is a piece of paper that is about 11 by 17 cut in half. We do have this here. If you don't have that, if all you have at home is your printer paper, you can still do that. You're just going to have to join a few pieces together to get that long kind of accordion shape. So then you'll need, forgot about this, your covers, whatever you want to use to decorate the cover. So I have some pieces of cardstock. You can see this one here is actually collaged with images from magazines, tissue paper, some other cutouts. So you can really use anything. You can make your own paper. Feel free to decorate it any way that you want. Those materials will kind of depend on you and what you have available and what you feel like experimenting with. Okay, so your first step, if you have a long sheet of paper like this, is going to be to fold it to be an accordion. So that means like a zigzag. So we go down, up, right? You want your pages to be pretty even, so you want those folds to match up. I like to start with this sheet of paper, folding it in half first. So I'm matching up those edges really nicely. I'm giving it a good crease for folding it in half. Then I'm going to fold back the top layer to meet that folded edge. Same on the other side, right? So you see we're getting that zigzag accordion shape. Okay? Now, this would only give me a few pages of my book. So if I want my book to be longer, I can glue 2 of my zigzags together. So I like to do it, I'll hold them up this way, like one is an M and one is a W. I'm going to glue these pages together, okay? So you get your glue stick or your double-sided tape, whatever you've got that you're going to use as your glue source. I forgot to mention that is a supply you'll need. You'll also need a pair of scissors, but I think most of us probably have those at home. Okay, so now you can see I have a really long accordion. Okay, I'm going to set that to the side and I'm going to work on my covers. So I have 2 covers. I am going to take the paper I'm using for one of my covers, make sure it's bigger than the cover itself, right? Because we want it to wrap around. I'm going to put some glue on that cardboard cover, stick that down in the middle of my paper. And then I'm going to wrap this around the cardboard. To make that a little bit easier and make those corners a little bit neater, I'm going to trim this off. So I'm trimming so that when I fold this, there won't be a bunch of extra here at the corner. You could also use fabric to cover these. You would probably want to use a liquid glue so that you have a little bit more adhesion. And you might need to put some tape on the inside of that. Okay, so now I am folding this paper over, and I'm going to put some glue under here. So I'm first just going to go ahead and crease all of those. Put my glue on there and fold those edges over. Okay. You can, especially since this scrapbook paper is kind of thick, it's not liking to stay down with that glue very well. So I'm going to take some tape, tape those edges down, just so I know that they're down and they're not going to come up and annoy me later. Okay, so there's the outside of my accordion book. Here's going to be the inside. On this inside portion, I'm going to glue down the outside of my paper accordion. And here you're going to want to use a pretty good amount of glue. So if your glue stick is not super sticky, you might want to use some liquid glue for this because you really don't want it to come undone. All right, so I pressed that folded accordion onto my cover. So far, so good. I am holding it up and stretching it out to show you. When you make this at home, it is a good idea to leave it all squished together, set something heavy on top of it, let that glue dry before you start playing with it. So I would do the same thing for my back cover, and then glue that back cover on as well, so that I would have a full accordion book. So with the accordion book, it can open from either direction. You can open it this way and write on this side of the pages, or open it the other way and write on the other sides. We'll give you lots of ideas of things that you can put inside your accordion book. You can use it as an art journal, a writing journal, sketchbook, whatever you like. So here's another way that you can make a little multi-page booklet with a single sheet of paper. I am using a really large sheet. It is 11 by 17, but you could use your standard 8.5 by 11 printer paper. It's just going to result in a little bit smaller book. So the first thing you're going to do is fold your paper the hot dog way. Your kids know what this means. I am going the long skinny way. I'm going to meet up my edges really carefully. It's like doing origami. So I have folded this over. Okay, now I'm going to open it back up, and then I'm going to fold it the hamburger way, the fat way. Okay, I'm still meeting my edges really carefully and folding it over like that. Okay, but I still have my crease from going the other direction. Now, just like we did that accordion book, we're going to fold these pages up and accordion this long sheet of paper. All right. So now my paper is folded like an accordion, and I still have this crease going through the middle. We are going to take a pair of scissors and cut that crease only up to this fold. So I've drawn this out on a smaller sheet of paper. So if we have our paper folded in half, and we did the zigzag, this portion here, the black lines, will show you the folds a little bit better. This portion here that has the orange and pink, that's the line you're gonna cut, okay? We're gonna cut all the way up to that next fold, okay? Let's see where that's going maybe? So I'm gonna do that on my large sheet of paper here. I'm gonna cut that fold, and now I'm gonna kind of turn my paper almost like it's inside out. I'm gonna fold it backward. So open it up, and I'm gonna let those two ends fall along that long crease, that first crease that we made. So now my paper, if I was looking straight down at it, would look kind of like a plus sign. And I can fold it so that the pages wrap around, and it makes a little multi-page booklet. This is just made from an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, so you can see it's a little bit smaller, but still totally functional. This can be really fun for journaling, making some little stories, things like that. So these you can probably make at home with stuff that you have, and the accordion books, you can either pick up a kit or also make those at home with supplies that you might have just lying around. All right, have a great day and happy crafting.